In an exclusive interview to India today, the Indian ambassador to Indonesia, Gurjeet Singh, has said that an extradition treaty has already been signed with Bali and ratified. Meanwhile, a joint team of CBI officials and Mumbai police is all set to leave for Bali, where gangster Chota Rajan is being kept in a high-security detention cell after his arrest on Monday. The squad leaving for Bali would also brief the Home Ministry on the process of documenting the offences committed by the gangster. On Thursday, the Don had written to the centre asking for access to the consulate in view of his deteriorating health. Ambassador Gurjeet Singh also said that with the arrival of Vice President Hamid Ansari, only letters have to be exchanged, which will pave way for Chota Rajan's extradition. Let's listen in to what he had to say to India Today's correspondent on the ground in Bali, Atar Khan.
Can you also give us clarity on there's been an issue on the extradition, whether it has been ratified between the two countries and what is the way ahead?
On the question of there are two treaties. One is the two agreements. One is on extradition and one is on the mutual legal assistance. Both of them were signed some time back, but they take some time in the Indonesian system to be ratified. They have both been ratified now and all processes are complete. We will have the exchange of letters notifying the date of implementation during the visit of the Honorable Vice President.
So one of the highlights has been of late in the news is of either deportation or extradition of Chota Rajan. So do we expect after the Vice President's visit, this will be expedited after the letters have been exchanged?
Well, I think you should not posit one with the other. There is India-Indonesia cooperation in areas of common interest, whether it is on drug or money laundering or any kind of crime. In the past, we have worked together even when the treaties were not ratified. So there is a very good relationship and we always have a way of satisfying each other's requirements. So the Vice President visit is a pre-scheduled visit in which I would say coincidentally MLAT and extradition are due for completion. But they are not being hurried up or brought into the agenda simply because of the arrest of an Indian that you mentioned. The two are separate processes. I would, however, like to emphasize that the good relationship that we have cultivated and enjoy with Indonesia allows us to have the kind of operational cooperation that you are referring to, without which I think those things become difficult. So I think you have to look at the ambience and look at the operation, but they are not necessarily concurrent except coincidentally in time.
Sir Harry Wianto, the chief spokesperson of Indonesian police, sir, we would like to know from you, Chota Rajan was questioned for 6 hours yesterday. Can you tell us whether this questioning was only on the basis of what Interpol has told you, or were you also curious about what he was doing in Bali and Indonesia?
Kita melakukan interogasi hanya sebatas.
So they're just investigate Chota Rajan for what about his existence in Bali and what Interpol wanted us to do, and for other criminal cases that he has done in India, we didn't ask any question for that.
Okay, has he got consular access so far or not? He has apparently written to the Consul General of India that he wants consular access. Has he got it so far or not?
Apakah dia dapat untuk akses kepada konsulat India sampai saat ini?
Ya, jadi kita juga memberikan.
So for now, we give them a space. We give them an opportunity to communicate with the consulate of India in Bali mostly, and also from his lawyer to communicate to consulate India.
Okay, when he was questioned yesterday for around 6 hours, so what questions were asked and what was the answer?
Jadi kalau untuk dari pertanyaan kita hanya.
Yeah, so as what we said, further investigation for another 6 hours investigate. They just asked for his identity and for his parents' name. No other criminal cases that he has done before in India in the past 20 years.
All I can say is the fact he's been arrested is on a red corner notice from Mumbai. Definitely he is named and he is wanted in many of our cases. Including the last one in which member of your fraternity was involved. Definitely हम लोगों का interest in that particular wanted criminal is, I think, preeminent. और इसके लिए हम लोग definitely will be in the picture. Since his life is going on as we talk, I think we leave it at that.
And Deputy Editor Arthur Khan is in Bali tracking this story on the ground. He's on the phone line now with us. Arthur, you know, is this now also increasingly clear? You just spoke to that Indonesian police officer as well, that essentially, since there is no crime against perhaps Chota Rajan in Indonesia, so he will not be subjected to their multi-layered justice system. It will be the Indian law that he will face.
Well, that's right. You know, he has been arrested under the red corner notice as per the Interpol procedures. So therefore, the Indonesian police will have to follow those. You know, Indonesian police have been saying that he will not be questioned at all as far as, Indonesia is concerned. But yesterday he was subjected to more than 6 hours of questioning. So clearly, you know, it's but natural for Indonesian police to find out from him what was the nature of purpose of his visit. Does he know people in Bali and Indonesia? And specifically, he was taken to the narcotics unit. So that is another curiosity which the Bali police, cannot satisfactorily answer. They're saying they're just following the Interpol procedures.
Okay.
Yes, they are saying they're still awaiting from Indian agencies as to which procedure is going to be followed for his return to India. Will it be extradition or the deportation?
Okay, we'll leave it there, Arthur Khan, and we'll keep coming back to you, of course, for all the latest updates. Remember, all these details about the Chota Rajan operation you get to see first on India Today.